So have you ever seen those average gaming videos from seemingly average YouTubers that seem to generate huge amounts of views? You know, the ones you watch them and you think,
how the hell has this got so many views? It's not even that good.
Well, in this video, I'm going to provide one answer to that question and share a little strategy with you that will help you drastically increase the amount of views you get on your gaming videos. So let's get stuck into this.
G'day, my name's Marcus Jones. Now I used to suck at getting views and subscribers, but now I suck a little bit less, so I started this channel to share some of my experiences and hopefully help you grow your gaming channel faster. And we're going to talk about a very important technique in the GYDC method, which I like to call trend surfing. See, you might want to make it big. In fact, maybe in the back of your mind, there's even a little part of you that's like, I would love to do YouTube full time and get millions of views if I could. But let me ask you, have you ever thought to yourself, how on earth am I going to get views? How am I going to blow up my videos if I don't already have an audience? Like, I get big YouTubers like Dream, Mr. Beast, LaserBeam. They create videos and they get a lot of attention because people are interested in those YouTubers. They care about what Dream, Mr. Beast, and LaserBeam have to say, do, and post. But I don't have that luxury. I'm not famous. People don't really care about my videos. And so how do I get from where I am to where they are? Well, it's not going to be easy, but the good news is I can tell you that there are many options and many factors, but one of the best options in my experience has been a thing I like to call trend surfing. See, attention follows attention. You don't have to be the source of attention in order to actually generate attention from it. Now, I know that doesn't really make sense, so let me provide a little analogy I think might be helpful that's in relation to surfing. See, if you really want to surf, you can grab your surfboard and head down to your local pond and violently thrash around like a dying monkey. But you probably won't get anywhere fast. Even if you do manage to generate, the odd ripple here and there, you probably won't be able to actually surf that ripple, and you probably won't be able to sustain that amount of effort for long. Instead, you'd probably be more successful if you actually headed down to an ocean. Now, the ocean's way larger than your duck pond, and there's already waves in there that you can take advantage of. In the ocean, you don't have to generate the waves. You just need to know how to read the waves, and with a bit of good timing and skill, you'll be speeding along the water atop your surfboard in no time. And see, the analogy here is attention. See, heaps of people think that they need to create the attention. They need to generate the waves. They need to try and make people interested in what they're interested in if they want to make it big. But the easier thing to do is to just tap into attention and trends that are already out there, to take advantage of the vast ocean of waves instead of trying to turn your duck pond into a wave pool. Make sense? Cool. Well, okay, how can you actually generate trends as a gaming YouTuber? Well, I think the best way for me to explain that to you is to actually dive straight into it. So there are kind of 3 points that I want to highlight here that I pay attention to when I'm trying to use trend surfing to grow a channel. The first is incorporating trending elements within your gaming videos. What do I mean by this? Well, a lot of people think that in order to take advantage of trends, you need to, follow all the celebrity news and make spammy exposed videos. But that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes you can continue producing the content that you enjoy producing, but just take an element of a trend and apply it to your video. And then it's going to be much easier for you to generate attention for that video. So let me give you an example. When I first started, the first viral or semi-viral video that I ever created got about 200,000 views, and it was a funny moments video that featured Donald Trump. So let me explain how it worked. When I first started, the series that got me going was a Star Wars Battlefront funny moments series. I would take clips from myself and from the community, edit them together, add memes, sound effects, edits, create little storylines, things like that, and then post them to YouTube. But this one particular video, I wanted to try something out. I had noticed that Donald Trump, at the time he was going through the elections, was an extremely trending topic, or at least more trending than usual. And so what I did for that particular video was I looked around the internet, I found a couple of Donald Trump memes, jokes, references, and I included them within my funny moments video. I also made a Donald Trump themed thumbnail and title and description. Now, aside from those elements, the video itself was actually very similar to the majority of all the other funny moments videos I posted. Actually, if I'm completely honest, I think that video is probably one of my not so good videos. And considering my videos weren't that good to begin with, let's just say it wasn't really very good at all. But because of the fact that it had that Donald Trump twist to it, it generated a huge amount of attention considering the size of my channel, got hundreds of thousands of views, and helped me grow my audience. And those are the things that I want you to look for and anticipate. Now, it doesn't have to be political. In fact, I would recommend the majority of the time staying away from political elements. But try to take elements of waves that are already out there and apply them to your existing videos. It's going to make people, in most cases, much more likely to click on and engage with them, at least in my experience. The next point regarding trends that I would like to make you aware of is pay very, very close attention to trending topics within your specific niche and try to cover them as best as you can. Now for gaming creators, those specific trending topics tend to be developer leaks, updates, and even new game releases. So try to monitor those things. If there's a particular new update coming out that you think your ideal subscribers would be interested in, try to cover that update or try to incorporate elements of that update within your content. Take advantage of that wave. For example, hypothetically speaking, let's say that you post Fortnite videos, and let's say, again, this is an exaggerated example, but that you've somehow gained access and played Fortnite 2. Now, I'm not saying a Fortnite 2 is actually going to exist, but let's imagine it. Do you think that people would be much more interested in watching your Fortnite 2 videos compared to your just standard Fortnite videos? Of course, Fortnite 2 would be a huge trending topic. It would be something that heaps of people would be excited to learn and know about, given that the Fortnite 1, if you can call it that, has a huge fan base.
Moral of the story, people love new stuff. So if you can take one of your videos and marry it with something new, big, or exciting within your niche or area of expertise, namely updates, new games, leaks, your video is probably going to get more views.
And the final point I want to touch on is video styles and formats. Now these often come in the form of challenges, and trending video styles or formats can be applied to almost anything and do very, very well. Here's another example for you. Now this is obviously not specifically applicable to gaming channels, but might illustrate this point to you better. Mukbang videos. Videos where you basically watch someone eat food. Now I don't understand these videos, but you can't deny that mukbang videos are a very trending style of content at the moment, especially within the cooking niche. And so regardless of whether you're cooking vegan food, vegetarian food, gluten-free food, desserts, sweets, whatever it is, if you're a cooking channel, you can take advantage of that style of content, apply it to your channel, and because it's a proven trending style, your chances of being successful with it are pretty high. So look for trending styles of content or types of content or challenges in other niches, things that are proven and that are working really well for other gaming channels at this moment that you can apply to your channel. And I think the results will pleasantly surprise you. Okay, so those 3 points are super critical, and I think with them on your own, you'll do well. But I want to elaborate on an overarching point that I think is absolutely essential, and that is timing. The thing that's different about, say, searchable videos compared to trending videos is to do with timing. Now, it's great if you can combine those two things, but a searchable video, if it's about a topic that just gets searched a lot in general by a lot of people, you can do well with it no matter when you post it. But a trending video, you need to actually post it at the right time as that trend's going up so you can actually surf it. Going back to our wave analogy, you need to catch the trend just as it's rising up, just as it's gathering that power so you can take advantage of that. You've only got that brief window. Too soon, and there's no wave to actually catch, no one's interested. But too late and the wave breaks and becomes messy whitewash, everyone's all in there, and it's basically impossible to surf cleanly anymore. So whenever I've tried to trend surf on any of the channels I've ever worked with, we've only ever tried trend surfing if we're the first in our niche. So like if we're creating a funny moments video on a new update that's just come out, our funny moments video has to be the first funny moments video on YouTube that goes live. If we're creating a news video on a certain game release, our video has to be the first video that goes live on that thing, or generally within the first or second. I mean, sometimes it can be the second or third depending on how big the topic is, but we really aim to be first. I can't stress enough how much of a benefit you will get from being first compared to, say, third, fourth, fifth, etc., etc. We want to let the wave do the work, but the waves don't always last very long. We need to make sure our timing is on point, otherwise someone else is going to steal your ride. Now in a minute I'm going to show you some ways on how to find trends, how to identify those waves, but first I want to quickly jump onto some channels I've had the privilege to work with and give you some like behind the scenes info on like some of the videos we've posted and why they've worked. So this is the Silky channel, and I want to just point out a couple of videos that have done really well and explain to you specifically why I believe those videos did well. Now bear in mind that trends wasn't the only reason these videos did well. It was multifactorial, but the reason I believe these videos performed so much better compared to other similar videos, in my opinion, the majority of the time was trends. So we can see the first and second most popular videos on this channel, both trending topics that we took advantage of. So first is the Battlefield 5 trailer parody. At the time, Battlefield 5 was getting a ton of controversy, and so we recognized that, and I created a trailer parody for that video specifically. And it was just right place, right time. The video took off, and even though it was one of the only Battlefield videos ever posted on this channel, it's still the second most viewed video on the channel. Next video along we can see is a Star Wars Battlefront funny moments video. And as you can see, it's number 103. So what made this particular video, number 103, perform so well compared to all of the others? Well, on the trend side of things, the specific character featured on the thumbnail was a brand new character released in a highly anticipated update for the game. And we anticipated that this update, the Capital Supremacy update, was going to be big. And so we put a ton of effort into making sure everything was prepared, everything was ready, and that we could be the first Capital Supremacy funny moments video on the internet with a thumbnail that obviously showed that it was a Capital Supremacy featured video. And as we can see, that video did extremely well. Another couple of videos I'd like to draw your attention to, we can see the Spider-Man Miles Morales video. Now, one of the reasons I think this video did quite well is that we incorporated a trend in that the internet was kind of blowing up about Spider-Man and his cat buddy backpack thing. And so not only did we want to feature Spider-Man in this thumbnail, we also featured his trending cat buddy. And for that reason, I believe that video is still the #1 ranking video on YouTube in the world for Spider-Man Miles Morales funny moments. Now, the next channel that I want to highlight is Jongo Fett. Now, Jongo is very good at doing this and good at just creating videos in general, but I want to show you some particular thumbnails in which he's taken advantage of trends. And so Jongo's identified that Star Wars Battlefront 2 players are probably interested in Star Wars movies and TV series. So when The Mandalorian came out, look at these thumbnails. We can see there's The Mandalorian featured in some, Baby Yoda featured in others, and although these characters aren't even in the game as actual characters, they're only modded in, Jongo is able to take advantage and draw on the hype for the Mandalorian TV series to feed his videos to great success. We can also see a similar thing done down here with the Solo video. Obviously Solo was an anticipated Star Wars movie. Again, Jongo's taken that hype and drawn on it to feed his YouTube video, and it's done very well. One more example I want to show you right here is the Avengers Infinity War thumbnail. Now again, instead of him just posting a standard Star Wars Battlefront funny moments video, he's taken it and introduced elements of Avengers Infinity War for the memes. And then also on the thumbnail, he's got a very clear image as Darth Vader being the villain in the Infinity Wars. And last but not least, I want to show you some stuff from Nicholas Damiani. Now, although Nicholas isn't specifically a gaming channel, I know he does this really well, and so I wanted to point out some things. He specializes in, say, Clone Wars animations, and funny Clone Wars animations, parodies, and how it should have ended. But when Among Us came out, Nick identified that trend and applied it to his content. He started off by making little Clone Wars Among Us skits, kind of as if the clone troopers were actually playing Among Us in the game. Those did really well, and Nick kept drawing on that to create even more Star Wars Among Us animations, one of which, and don't quote me on this, but I believe it got over 1 million views in 1 month. And bear in mind, Nick only had about 20 to 30,000 subscribers at that time. So those are some concrete behind the scenes examples as to how you can actually apply trends to your content, even if you're not one of those clickbaity exposed news channels. And now you might be wondering, okay, cool, I understand how applying trends to my videos actually works, but how do I actually find the trends in the first place? Especially if you're just getting started, one of the easiest things to do, in my experience, is just pay attention to the community. Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, those places are awesome. And this video is getting a little bit long, so I might end it here, but if you're interested in learning how to actually properly become a part of the community, how to monitor and identify trends that could potentially be trending throughout your niche, I do have a video specifically on that I'm going to link on screen, so you can click it now on screen if you're interested, or I'm also going to link it in the description. Okay, bye.